What are the best rock songs of 2023? Let's find out. Hey everybody, it's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the Rock Squad channel and welcome to my top 10 best rock songs of 2023. That's right, 2023 is coming to an end. It was another great year of awesome rock music. So many great releases that came out this year, some that I was anticipating, some that I wasn't. And I think that's the most exciting part of being a music fan and being a rock fan these days, especially with things like Spotify and all these different ways that you can discover new music, is that there's a discovery process that's involved with finding new stuff. And I always really enjoy finding new music from artists that I've enjoyed in the past and artists that I have yet to enjoy in the future. And there were a lot of great tracks that came out in 2023. My playlist for this year, I think, was somewhere around 200 songs, but I had to narrow it down to 10 songs that I really, really enjoy this year. So without further ado, let's get to my top 10 best rock songs of 2023. In at number 10, we have Mike Shinoda and In My Head. This may not be one of the rockiest songs on this list, but for me, it was one of my favorite songs from earlier on in this year. I think 2023 was a little bit slow to get started in terms of really, really great rock tracks. Obviously, we have a lot now, but at the beginning of the year, there weren't as many great songs that were coming out over the first few months of 2023, but this was definitely one of them. It was the main song taken from the Scream 6 soundtrack, and I've never really been a huge Linkin Park fan or Mike Shinoda fan, never really dug into his music very much. A lot of respect to him for his production and songwriting techniques, but this song in particular really grabbed me when I heard it when I went to go see Scream 6 in the theater. It features Kaylee Moore on vocals as well, who does a really great catchy chorus on this and some really great harmonies. Mike Shinoda is awesome as a lead vocalist. I was only ever used to hearing him as more of a kind of a rap rock guy in Linkin Park, but he has a really great melodic voice as well, which is showcased on this song. Again, maybe not one of the most rocky tracks of 2023, but definitely one of the tracks that stands out to me the most for this year. So coming in at number 10 on my top 10 best rock songs of 2023, we have Mike Shinoda and In My Head.
In my head, I can feel it getting closer. In my head, breathing heavy on my shoulder.
In at number 8, we have the Hives and Bogus Operandi. That's right, 2023 saw the triumphant return of the Hives after a 10-year hiatus. It's been a long time since they released new music, and they came back with their new album, The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons, which I reviewed here on the channel. I'll link that up here for you if you want to check that out. And I was not really a huge Hives fan for the majority of their career. Obviously, I liked a lot of the big singles that they've released over the years. Never was a huge Hives fan, but when they released this new album, The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons, and I heard songs like Bogus Operandi, I was totally into it. To me, this encapsulates everything that you love about the Hives, that early 2000s indie rock, frantic rock vibe. They really know how to marry some really great riffs with some really great melodies, and obviously Pelle Almqvist, the lead singer of the Hives, he really hasn't missed a beat in terms of being one of the best frontmen in rock in 2023. And I absolutely love this song. I love the Hives. This album rocks, and this song in particular is a really great single, a really great Hives track, and just one of the best songs of the year in general. So coming in at number 9, we have the Hives and Bogus Operandi. In at number 8, we have While She Sleeps and Self Hell. I don't really talk about a lot of heavy music on this channel, even though I love While She Sleeps. I love heavy rock. I love heavy UK rock. I think some of the best rock right now is coming out of the UK. And While She Sleeps is a band that I really dug into in the last couple of years. They did a song with Simon Neil on their last album from Biffy Clyro, which was kind of my entry point into them. They have a new album coming out in 2024, and this was the lead single that they released just a few months ago. Oh man, and this song absolutely kicks ass. I know there was a little bit of controversy with this song, especially among older While She Sleeps fans, that the band has gone pop or they're somehow a little bit less heavy than they used to be, but I don't really see how that's possible. They've managed to keep their heavy edge while bringing in some sort of almost like an Oasis vibe on this song. There's some vocal stuff on here that reminds me of Liam Gallagher, mixed obviously with some screams and some heavy riffs. But this song, I've been rocking out a lot to this song in my car over the last few months. It just kicks all sorts of ass, and I'm very excited to hear what the rest of the album sounds like. That's definitely one of the most anticipated records of 2024 is the new album from While She Sleeps. And this song, man, it kicks ass. It's a great introduction to the album, and it's highly recommended. Really, really love this song. So coming in at number 8, we have While She Sleeps and Self Hell.
Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love. Let's praise the love.
In at number 7 on the top 10 best rock songs of 2023, we have the Rolling Stones and Angry. That's right. 2023 saw the return of the Rolling Stones, who haven't released any new original material in 18 years. They've obviously stayed on the road, but they released their new album, Hackney Diamonds, in 2023. And this was a really great record and really great release, a really great single from the Rolling Stones. These guys are 80 plus now, and they're still releasing really vibrant, really great rock and roll music. I know they've had some assistance on production and songwriting with people from like Andrew Watt over the last couple of years and working on songs from this record. But for the Rolling Stones to come out in 2023 and release one of the best rock songs in Angry really says something about their place in the world of rock music. Obviously, they're legends and they can rest on their laurels, or I guess they kind of have for the last 18 years without releasing original material. But at least, when they come back with a song like Angry, with an album like Hackney Diamonds, they're just coming out of the gate rocking like they always have. The song is punchy, it's catchy, it's got a great melody, great vocals from Mick Jagger. You would not be able to tell that this guy is 80 years old, and they just sound great. The Rolling Stones, you know what? I'm just happy to have them around. We're really lucky to have these elder statesmen of rock and roll still making music and still kicking ass. And this song in particular, really great track, really great single from the Rolling Stones. And the Hackney Diamonds album was good as well, but this song in particular really hit me in 2023. So coming in at number 7 on my top 10 best rock songs of 2023, we have the Rolling Stones and Angry. In at number 6, we have Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds and Open the Door, See What You Find. It would just not be a Rock Squad best of list without a Gallagher on the list. Noel Gallagher returned in 2023 with his 4th studio album, Council Skies, and the man can just not be stopped. 30 years into his career, and Noel Gallagher is still writing great songs with the greatest of ease. His voice sounds incredible. His songwriting is still top notch. He still has it, as far as I'm concerned, as a songwriter. Both him and Liam are still putting out incredibly strong solo material. And with Council Skies, he kind of went back to doing more of the traditional Noel Gallagher kind of sound after going experimental, or a little bit more experimental over the years. But this song in particular has a supersonic-esque beat. I know he's been kind of faking people out at his live shows by playing the beat to the song, and then people think it's supersonic, but it's not. But it's mixed with this kind of lush, textured, orchestral sound that we come to love from Noel's material. And the thing about Noel Gallagher's songs in general, especially this song, right, Open the Door, See What You Find, is that his music is really positive and uplifting. It makes me feel really good to listen to Noel Gallagher's music. And that's kind of the same vibe that I used to get, or still do, from listening to Oasis, is that it's the type of music that should make you feel good about yourself, make you feel good about living your life. And Noel Gallagher does that especially well. And this the sentiment of the song definitely fits into that. Open the door, see what you find, don't look away. For people of us who are like us, who are getting up in a certain age, it's definitely that kind of song that you can reflect on it. And Noel Gallagher still putting out great songs in 2023. So in at number 6, we have Open the Door and See What You Find.
Open the door, see what you find, don't look away.
In at number 5, my best rock songs of 2023, we have Foo Fighters and Rescued. So after the tragic passing of Taylor Hawkins in 2022, we knew that the Foo Fighters were going to continue. We just didn't know in what form and in what sound. And so earlier on this year, they came out of the shadows with their new album, But Here We Are, and Rescued was the first taste of the new album that we got. And right from out of the gate, it made us believe in the Foo Fighters. It made us know that everything was going to be okay as Foo Fighters fans, and that Dave Grohl and the band were going to continue on and forging ahead in honor of Taylor Hawkins, and creating a new future for themselves with Josh Freese on drums. This song in particular, Rescued, when I first heard it, it was emotional. The vocals from Dave Grohl on here are super emotional, but at the same time, it rocks. It kicks ass, and that's what you want from a Foo Fighters single. Is you want those big riffs, you want that big sound, and they definitely went for it on a song like Rescued. It's emotional, it's rocking, and it's really it's one of my favorite songs from this year, because it made me feel good, and it made me know that everything's going to be okay as long as we got the Foo Fighters making music in 2023, still doing their thing and still forging ahead. The rest of us are going to be okay as well. It was a great tribute to Taylor Hawkins and Dave Grohl's late mother, Virginia Grohl, and this song in particular just really set the table for the return of the Foo Fighters in 2023. But Here We Are was a great record, and Rescued is a great single. So in at number 5, we have Rescued by Foo Fighters. In at number 4, my top 10 rock songs of 2023, we have Blink-182 and Dance With Me. So 2023 saw the triumphant return of Blink-182, the classic lineup of Tom DeLonge, Mark Hoppus, and Travis Barker with their new album, One More Time. And this song in particular, out of all the great singles that they've released, from this record, One More Time. Dance With Me was definitely my favorite. I like the Ramones style video that they made for this song. And it has all the elements of a Blink-182, a great Blink-182 song that you want to hear. It's got some great guitars, drums, there's incredibly catchy vocal from both Mark and Tom doing their best songwriting on this track. There's a lot of great singles and a lot of great tracks to pull from One More Time, but this song in particular is the one that really gets my ass shaken. And it's just great to have Blink-182 back making music of this high quality. They really don't have to make music as well as they do, but they really put it all into this record, and you can definitely tell. Love the catchy vibes, love the rockin' vibes on this song. So in number 4 we have Blink-182 and Dance With Me. In number 3, we have Beartooth and the title track from their new album, The Surface. Beartooth is a band that I've never really listened to a lot. I've heard some songs over the years here and there. And then this new album, The Surface, came out. Absolutely blew my mind upon first listen. In particular, this title track. Caleb Shomo is a beast when it comes to this record. I think he wrote, produced, performed a lot of the vocals and the melodies on this record. He's just an absolute force of nature. And this song in particular, right from the get-go, when he's like, drop it, you know that you're in for some serious shit on this song. The riffs are heavy, the band sounds great, he's screaming his lungs out, and it was one of those records, one of these songs that I didn't really anticipate to really enjoy in 2023. It wasn't really on my radar, but when this record came out, in particular this song, which is the first song on the record, the title track, sets the table for what I think is one of the best records of 2023. We'll get to that on another list, but this song in particular just kicks all sorts of ass. I've been rocking out to this song on a daily basis in my car, to the detriment of anybody who's driving around me, but you know what? Fuck them. So we're going to rock out to this as much as possible, and this really just kicks all sorts of ass. I love myself some heavy music, and Beartooth really was the best of heavy, hard rock in 2023. So if you haven't heard this song, put it on immediately. Start rocking the fuck out. Beartooth and The Surface in at number 3 on my top 10 rock songs of 2023.
Living reckless, living fast, don't have time for regret. Might have pushed it to the limit, but I'm not dead yet. Drop it!
In at number 2 on my top 10 rock songs of 2023, we have the Beatles and Now and Then. Who would have thought that in 2023 we'd have new songs from the Beatles and the Stones? But here we are. The Beatles returned for one final song called Now and Then in 2023, featuring Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, finishing John Lennon's demo with some stuff from George Harrison added in there as well. And there was a little bit of negativity, and I feel like a little bit of pessimism involved with a lot of people listening to the song, whether they were criticizing the fact that they used artificial intelligence to clean up John's vocal, or the production, the more modern production sound that they did on this. But to me, really, you can't complain about a brand new Beatles song in 2023. They really did such a great job with this track. It can be a little bit cheesy, I'm not gonna lie. It's not a rock track like the Rolling Stones and Angry. It's not a rock song like a lot of songs on this list, but it's the fucking Beatles, for God's sake. What else do you expect? We had all 4 of them on record together, capping off their incredible career, putting a little bit of a stamp on their career and everything that they've done. As Beatles fans, we weren't really we knew it was kind of in the works, but we weren't really expecting it for it to come out when it did, and it was an absolutely emotional and special moment for Beatles fans everywhere to listen to this track. I still get emotional when I listen to it, and I think we should really cherish having brand new music from the Beatles and the Stones in 2023, because that's never going to happen again. At least I don't think it will. So this song definitely deserves to be recognized, and it holds a special place in my heart. So coming in at number 2 on my best top 10 rock songs of 2023, it's the Beatles. Who would have thought I'd be putting them on this list? The Beatles and Now and Then.
Now and then, I miss you.
And in at number 1 in my top 10 rock songs of 2023, we have White Reaper and Fog Machine. For me, 2023 was the year that I got into White Reaper. Definitely at the top of my list of bands of the year. It took me a hot minute to get into them, but I'm really, really glad that I did. And this is by far my favorite song on their new record, Asking for a Ride, with its Thin Lizzy and Kiss style riffs with an insanely awesome vocal from lead singer Tony Esposito. This actually came up on my Spotify Wrapped as my number 1 song that I listened to in 2023, and rightfully so. I listened to this song a lot, and I think that White Reaper are really one of the best bands on the planet right now. Just a cohesive group of guys making some incredible, just catchy pop rock music that that just from front to back is really, really enjoyable. And I expect and anticipate really great things from White Reaper in the future. Again, like I was saying, when coming into this year, there's certain songs that I expect that I'm going to be getting into. I know there's a new Noel Gallagher album. I know there's a new Blink-182 album, but then it's that discovery of finding new bands and new songs that then become part of your favorite canon of music that really, really excites me when it comes to discovering new music. And White Reaper for me, I know they've been around for a while, but everybody discovers bands at different times. White Reaper for me was like that really awesome singular discovery that I made in 2023, a band that I'm like, how did I live without these guys for so many years? I have to listen to these guys on a daily basis now, and I'm really excited to see what they do next. Great song, great album. So in at number 1 on my top 10 rock songs of 2023, we have White Reaper and Fog Machine. And that is it, guys. That is my top 10 list of my best rock songs of 2023. Let me know what your favorite rock songs of the year were down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to us here on the Rock Squad channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed what you were watching. We'd appreciate that. And make sure to follow us on social media at Rock Squad Pod on Instagram and TikTok. But I'll see you guys for the next video here on the channel, which is the top 10 rock albums of 2023. So we'll see you guys for that video coming up. But until then, rock on, everybody.